All right, so my name is Ella Beck. This is my week 5 DQ presentation for LDR 303. So, what is a traditional product life cycle? So, it refers to the length of time from when a product is introduced to consumers into the market and when it's removed from the shelves. The stages are introduction, growth, maturity, and then decline. So, introduction is when the life cycle begins. It's at the product's first appearance into the market, like I mentioned before. Growth is when sales rise rapidly and profits reach a peak. Maturity is when the product sales curve it's like as it's peaking and then it starts to decline and profits they start to fall. And then decline is when sales fall rapidly, which eventually leads to the product being removed from the shelves. Here's a good little diagram I found about the life cycle. So you can see the introduction, low sales, high cost per customer, financial losses, very few competitors. It's pretty low on the graph. Then we have growth. You see it like really starts to pick up. Sales are increasing. Cost per customer begins to fall. Profits rise. More customers and also more competitors. Then we see maturity. So when it peaks and then starts to decline. So peaks. The cost per customer is the lowest. The profits are high. There's a big market, and then there's like a good amount of competitors, and they're very stable in the market. And then we see the decline phase, which is the green. So sales are falling, the cost per customer is really low, profits fall, customer base they start to get smaller, and the number of competitors fall also. We also see like reinvention, which is something a little bit different. After maturity, a company may choose to like upgrade the product, kind of reinvent it, make it better, make it something new, instead of it declining and going off and then just disappearing. It'll be reinvented into something new and better. Then we have what each stage really entails. So the introduction stage is important for customers to learn about the product and to create value for buyers. During the growth stage, the goals are to establish and fortify the product's market position, to identify and close gap in the market coverage, and then consider how promotional expenditures need to change, where money needs to be moved to or from, and then like what can maximize the company. And then during the maturity stage, there is a lot of competition, so changes have to be made in order to stay relevant and to still get sales and still be successful. And then during the decline stage, sales they fall off and marketing expenses should be reconsidered. It needs to be decided if the product should be eliminated or repositioned to try and extend its life. That's the reinvention that I was talking about before. Next, we have how does the process relate to design and selection. So the product lifecycle better allows marketers and business developers to better understand how each product or brand sits within a company's portfolio. So it enables the company to internally shift resources to specific products based on those products' positioning within their lifecycle. They're going to allocate more to products that are in their intro or growth phase to products that are starting to decline. The product life cycle, it naturally tends to have a positive impact on economic growth. So it promotes innovation and discourages supporting products that are outdated. So it's pretty important. And how do firms make money when their goods or services follow the traditional product life cycle? So most of the money is made during the growth stage, like I mentioned before. That's when sales are still increasing and they're coming to a peak, and customers have really accepted the product into the market, and they're beginning to really buy it regularly. So it's important that firms understand the life cycle of their product so they can know when to change their marketing strategies and when to try and evolve the product to reinvent it to make it remain relevant. So as products move through their life cycle stages, companies that use the product life cycle can realize the need to make their products more effective, safer, efficient, faster, cheaper, or better suited to client needs. Just kind of what can make the product do better. As it goes through its growth and stuff. So that's about it, and there's my resources. Thanks.